There is something magical about strolling hand in hand with your loved one through winding streets, exploring hidden corners and taking in sweeping views of some of the world's most romantic cities. The sounds, scents, and ambience of these captivating destinations sparks feelings of intimacy and passion. VoyageVault presents the top 10 most romantic cities in the world. From European classics like Paris and Venice to exotic gems in Asia and South America, we're counting down the places that transport you to a state of total romance. These cities cast a spell of amore, inspiring affection, quixotic charm, and memories that last a lifetime. Stay tuned as we unveil the destinations that top our list of the world's most romantic urban escapes. Coming in at number 10 is Charleston, South Carolina, exuding romantic grace with its cobblestone streets, antebellum architecture, and tree-lined promenades along the harbor. Stroll hand in hand down picturesque lanes with your loved one, shaded by oak trees draped in wispy Spanish moss. Admire the rainbow of pastel-colored historic homes along Rainbow Row, oohing and eyeing over the mint green, butter yellow, and blush pink facades. Meander through centuries-old neighborhoods, transported back in time as you pass ornate churches, open-air markets, and historic homes built in Georgian, Federal and Victorian architectural styles. Make your way to Waterfront Park, where you can take in expansive views of the Charleston Harbor, watching yachts and clipper ships sail along the Cooper River. Lay out a picnic blanket and pop open a bottle of bubbly, toasting as the sunset turns the rippling water pink and orange. Take a stroll along the oak-lined path encircling White Point Garden, Instagramming the panoramic views of historic Rainbow Row and the Ravenel Bridge spanning the Cooper River. When evening falls, indulge in tender fried calamari and she crab soup at one of Charleston's many trendy restaurants housed in charming historic buildings. Cap off the romantic night with a horse-drawn carriage ride down cobblestone lanes, nuzzling your love as you clip-clop past antebellum mansions and church steeples. With its scenic harbor setting, centuries-old streets and architecture, and endless opportunities for hand-holding strolls and intimate dinners, Charleston has rightfully earned its spot among the world's most romantic cities. Next up at number 9 is the passionate, lively, and oh-so-romantic city of Buenos Aires, Argentina. Known as the Paris of South America, Buenos Aires allures with its blend of tango culture, vibrant neighborhoods, and European architecture. Stroll hand in hand through the bohemian streets of La Boca, where colorful houses and street performers exude artistic flair. Sway your hips as you watch expert tango dancers move with flair at an intimate milonga dance hall late into the night. Wander through Recoleta Cemetery and pay respects to Eva Evita Perón at her ornate grave, one of the city's most visited attractions. Lose yourself for hours perusing stalls at the San Telmo Antiques Market or people watching in Palermo's plazas, stopping for empanadas and Malbec at a trendy cafe. Take in stunning views of the city skyline at dusk while sipping cocktails on a riverside terrace. For culture lovers, tour Teatro Colón, an opulent theatre that rivals Paris Opera Garnier, and then spend an evening enthralled by world-class ballet or musical performances on its grand stage. When the sun goes down in Buenos Aires, the romance shifts into high gear. Dine on steak and red wine at a candle-lit restaurant before venturing out for a sultry tango show. Find a classy late-night jazz club and lock eyes with your loved one as a singer croons Spanish ballads in a smoky lounge. End your evening strolling tree-lined boulevards under the moonlight. With its intoxicating mix of culture, cuisine, and old-world elegance blended with gritty urban cool, Buenos Aires kindles passion and deep connection, securing its reputation as one of the world's great romantic cities. The vibrant and picturesque city of Barcelona dazzles its way to number 8 on our list. This coastal Catalan city wows sweethearts with its stunning architecture, exciting culture, and sun-soaked Mediterranean setting. Hand in hand, wander the whimsical mosaic benches, viaducts, and buildings of Park Güell, an urban oasis designed by artist Antoni Gaudí. Feel like lovebirds in a fairy tale as you explore the fantasy-like spires rising from La Sagrada Familia, Gaudí's world-famous unfinished Roman Catholic basilica. Lose yourselves strolling down Las Ramblas, the bustling tree-lined pedestrian mall packed with street performers, flower stalls, and local shops. Meander through narrow cobblestone lanes lined with medieval buildings in the romantic Gothic quarter. Haggle with locals over fresh produce and artisanal goods at lively food markets like La Boqueria and Santa Catarina. When the sun sets, make your way to the sandy shores of Barceloneta Beach. Cuddle and gaze at the stars as waves lap gently along the shoreline. Savor award-winning Catalan cuisine at an intimate restaurant on a charming side street, then sip velvety Rioja wine alongside rooftop city views. With its irresistible blend of sunny Mediterranean setting, quirky Gaudi architecture, mouth-watering cuisine and vibrant culture, it's easy to see why Barcelona inspires amour among couples from around the world. Strolling hand in hand from lively plazas to seaside cafes, Barcelona offers endless romantic discoveries, securing its spot among our top 10. The fairy tale charm of Bruges, Belgium enchants its way to number 7 on our list. With its medieval architecture, winding canals, and historic cobbled lanes, Bruges feels like a city straight out of a storybook. Hand in hand, roam the atmospheric streets and admire the Flemish step-gabled buildings reflecting in the peaceful canals. Soak up views of the iconic Belfry Tower, which has stood over magical Markt Square since the 1300s. Listen to chiming church bells as you pass the intricate Gothic facades of the Berg and St. Salvator's Cathedral. For romantic views, climb the 366 steps to the top of the Belfort Tower and enjoy panoramas of red rooftops dotted with turrets and spires. Stroll tree-lined paths around the Lake of Love, named for its idyllic swan-filled waters surrounded by lush gardens. Pop into the smallest house in town, just 9 feet wide, and share laughs squeezing through the tiny rooms together. Peek into unique boutiques and art galleries tucked into medieval rows lined with vibrant flowers. Of course, what trip to Bruges would be complete without sampling decadent artisanal chocolate? Feed each other molten truffles at Duman or savor the heavenly pralines of the chocolate line. As dusk settles in, find a table at an intimate restaurant housed in a 16th century building. Toast with Belgian beer and dine on romantic classics like Moule Frite by candlelight. A sightseeing cruise or horse-drawn carriage ride along the glittering canals completes the fairy tale. With its time portal to medieval Europe, Bruges is one of the world's most romantic cities. Florence charms its way into our 6th spot. This Tuscan capital is the birthplace of the Renaissance and enthralls lovebirds with its art, architecture, and quintessentially Italian ambience. Hand in hand, gaze up at the magnificent Duomo, Florence's cathedral with a terracotta tiled dome designed by Brunelleschi. Soak up masterpieces like Botticelli's Birth of Venus at the Uffizi Gallery, one of the world's greatest art museums. Gaze at twinkling city views walking across the Vecchio Bridge, lined with jewelry shops dating back to the 14th century. Wander through intimate piazzas surrounded by pastel-colored buildings and soaring statues. Stroll down tiny cobblestone lanes where you can almost hear the echoes of Botticelli, Dante, and the Medicis who once walked there too. Escape into the lush Boboli Gardens, admiring its manicured hedges, fountains, and romantic nooks made for stealing kisses. The panorama of terracotta rooftops and the Duomo from Piazzale Michelangelo is considered one of the most romantic views in Italy. As the sun sets, cross the Arno River into the charming Oltrarno neighborhood. Sip Chianti at a local enoteca and dine on fresh pasta under strings of twinkling lights. End the perfect Italian day hand in hand, gelato in hand, admiring the Ponte Vecchio's jewelry shops sparkling at night. With priceless art, exquisite architecture, and an ambience of passion, history and beauty, Florence has inspired love among travelers for centuries, cementing its spot among the world's romantic cities. The island of Santorini claims the number 5 spot for its awe-inspiring beauty and romantic ambience. This Greek island in the Cyclades archipelago enchants couples with its whitewashed buildings clinging dramatically to volcanic cliffs that plunge into the deep blue Aegean Sea. In the village of Ia, Stroll hand in hand down stairs and meandering cobblestone paths lined with whitewashed houses and blue-domed churches. Watch the sunset over the sea from panoramic viewpoints like Amoudi Bay or the ruins of Ayr Castle. Snap romantic photos of windmills and pairs posing against Santorini's quintessential blue and white architecture. In the capital city of Fira, take in stunning sea views as you cheers with glasses of Assyrtiko wine before digging into the freshest seafood catch of the day. Ride a donkey down the winding cliffside walkways like a pair of carefree newlyweds. At night, cozy up on your hotel balcony to watch the city lights sparkle across the caldera. Escape the crowds and retreat to the island's volcanic sand beaches. Sunbathe, swim and walk barefoot along the black sand beach of Parissa, with its dramatic rocky hillscapes. Watch the crimson sunset from vibrant Kamari Beach, capped off with a romantic seaside dinner at a taverna. No list of romantic destinations would be complete without the island voted best honeymoon destination in Europe 9 times. With its incredible natural beauty, iconic sunsets, and quintessential Greek charm, Santorini casts an irresistible spell on lovebirds from around the world. The medieval beauty of Prague, Czech Republic enchants its way to number 4 on our list. This city overflowing with history, architecture, and legend enthralls couples who get lost in its romantic charm. Meander hand in hand across the iconic Charles Bridge, taking in sweeping views of Prague Castle perched on the hills above. Wander the romantic streets of Old Town, appreciating the magnificent architecture of the Old Town Square with its iconic astronomical clock. Stroll through the lush gardens of Patron Hill, picnicking under apple trees before riding the funicular up Patron Tower for panoramic views of the city's russet rooftops and the Vltava River below. Pass under the bridge tower gate into Lesser Town and admire the Baroque architecture of this quaint district. Compare your love to the romantic tribute of John Lennon Wall, where couples from around the world leave love notes and graffiti dedicated to the Beatle. At night, take a cruise along the Vltava for glittering views of the city. Enjoy an intimate meal in one of Marla Strana's cozy restaurants before capping off the night at a jazz club. With its timeless medieval beauty, architectural treasures, and unforgettable romantic ambience, Prague casts a fairy tale spell on couples, making it one of the world's most amorous cities and securing its place on our top 10 list. The alluring charm of Kyoto, Japan's ancient imperial capital, takes the number 3 spot on our list. With over 2,000 temples and shrines, sublime gardens, and graceful geisha culture, Kyoto casts an irresistible spell for couples seeking a romantic getaway. Hand in hand, lose yourselves strolling through the meditative bamboo groves of Arashiyama, where tall stalks sway gently overhead. Explore the thousands of vermilion torii gates winding through the mystical Fushimi Inori Shrine. Wander past delicate pagodas and stop to feed the koi fish while exploring the Zen gardens of Tenryuji Temple. In the well-preserved Gion district, catch a glimpse of elegantly dressed geisha as they shuffle between traditional tea houses in their wooden sandals. Partake in an intimate tea ceremony for 2 and learn about the art of Japanese matcha. Escape the city to walk the philosopher's path, admiring cherry blossoms overhead as you discuss life's big questions. Schedule a couple's massage at an onsen hot spring for ultimate relaxation. At night, take a romantic stroll along Kamo River and stop on a bridge to watch the glittering city lights reflect on the water. With its harmonious blend of serenity, rich culture, and enchanting scenery, Kyoto stirs the heart and captivates couples, securing its spot among the world's most romantic cities. The one and only Venice, Italy claims the silver medal on our list, bewitching couples for centuries with its winding canals, ornate architecture, and unmistakable romance. Glide under ancient bridges in a gondola, Venice's iconic boat taxis, as your gondolier serenades you with Italian love songs. Lose yourselves in the lively energy of St. Mark's Square, weaving through the crowds surrounding Doge's Palace and St. Mark's Campanile Bell Tower. Walk hand in hand over the Rialto Bridge to glimpse the Grand Canal bustling with boats below. Wander quiet neighborhoods, passing Byzantine facades and hidden canalside cafes. Drop a love lock on the Academia Bridge and promise your eternal devotion. Daydream about Casanova, the legendary Venetian seducer, as you get lost down narrow alleyways opening into secret corners and romantic courtyards. Take a romantic day trip to the colorful island of Burano, strolling past vividly painted houses reflected in shimmering canals. Or escape to the island of Murano to watch renowned glassblowers form incredible works of art. When the sun sets, listen to live music while dining al fresco along a candle-lit canal. Stroll hand in hand as the golden streetlights illuminate the city's exquisite architecture. With its fairy tale romance and unmatched beauty, Venice enchants couples unlike anywhere else, securing its place as one of the world's quintessential romantic cities. Topping off our list at number 1 is none other than the city of love itself, Paris. With its timeless beauty, iconic landmarks, and quintessentially French ambience, Paris has long reigned as the world's preeminent romantic destination. Stroll hand in hand along the River Seine, pausing to admire Notre Dame Cathedral's Gothic towers soaring into the sky. Stand in awe before the Eiffel Tower, its iron latticework glittering with golden light at night, as you share your first kiss overlooking the city of love. Lose yourselves in Montmartre, wandering winding cobblestone streets lined with ivy-clad buildings in the shadow of the striking white Sacré-Cœur. Share sweet and savory crepes from a street vendor in this charming hilltop neighborhood. Wander through the fashionable Marais district, popping into trendy boutiques and people watching from a classic Parisian cafe. Or explore the charming left bank, strolling tree-lined streets and passing local artists capturing the city's romance on canvas. Indulge in flaky croissants and macarons from La Durée, known for its melt-in-your-mouth French pastries. At the Louvre, steal a moment to gaze into each other's eyes before the Mona Lisa, then wander hand in hand getting lost in the vast art collections. As dusk falls, cap off magical evenings with a romantic cruise down the Seine, cozying up against the glittering Parisian cityscape. From its grand boulevards and iconic landmarks, to its cozy cafes and tree-lined streets, Paris overflows with beauty, art, and quintessential French romance. For these reasons and so many more, Paris is truly the world's most romantic city. And there you have it, our picks for the top 10 most romantic cities in the world. From European classics like Paris and Venice, to exotic gems like Kyoto and Buenos Aires, these destinations ignite passion and kindle romance for couples across the globe. Wherever your perfect romantic getaway may be, we hope our tour through these amorous cities has sparked inspiration. Thank you for watching VoyageVault's countdown of the world's most romantic urban escapes. Be sure to like, subscribe and leave a comment telling us your favorite romantic city. Au revoir from VoyageVault.